MrBeast will always say
50 of the biggest streamers in this queue, and whoever leaves last wins $1 million. These are the biggest streamers in the universe, and the last one of them to leave wins it all.
Now that is the hook for his video. MrBeast don't just come up with those things that he says at the beginning of his video. He has a whole team that is working to craft that sentence that he says in less than 5 to 10 seconds. So in this video, we're going to break down their strategy, how they are able to craft those powerful hooks for every MrBeast video that makes you sit down, relax, and want to watch every single part. Because MrBeast is the biggest. What other best way to learn if not from the best? I've already put in 10 different strategies that the MrBeast team are using to craft a good hook for every single of their video. Because the first 5 to 15 seconds of your video is very important. Okay, I've already made a video on how they make the best titles, how MrBeast team make the best thumbnails. I've already done those videos up here. It's actually very amazing. You can go to my channel and watch it. And the hook, it helps you to retain your audience. It helps you to get someone very energetic and interested in your video. The first thing on my note is start at peak moment. So every MrBeast video starts at the peak moment. Just like the way I introduced this video, he will always be like, inside this room is 50 of your biggest celebrities. One of them will have to walk out here with $1 million for their fans. I didn't really do that well, but that is always how MrBeast would do it. He will just start the video from that. He's not gonna start with intro, no greeting, no build up. MrBeast will not start his video with like, welcome to MrBeast's channel, and we do challenge videos, and on today's video we are going to bring 5 people to compete for this private island. No, he will just start like, I just bought this $5 million private island, and in less than 24 hours from now, one of these 5 contestants are going to walk home with this private island. You don't want to miss every single part. Just something like that, okay? Not really MrBeast, but something like that. You see that he's not going to start with greeting people. How are you? How are you guys doing? Hi, my fans. No. That's not how he does it. Okay, that is what we mean by start at peak moment. The moment that people are waiting for. When you hit it there, they'll be like, what? $5 million island? Someone is going to walk home with it? Oh my goodness, this is actually interesting. Let me sit down and watch. Who did this? How did they do it? Okay, what did this person do? Very necessary. Now, the second thing, restates the premise visually. What this means is that first seconds equals thumbnail plus title coming to life. So MrBeast repeats the premise of the video in the first few seconds. For example, the video he did, he said he survived 7 days buried underground. Now you see from the thumbnail that he is buried, and from the title says I survived 7 days buried underground. Okay, now how he starts the video from the hook, if we want to bring the thumbnail and the title together, he starts the video with him being inside the coffin where he's been buried, and he'll be like, I spent 7 days buried in this coffin underground. It was crazy. I almost lost my life. Just something like that. You see the way I brought the whole thing together, and what we mean by bringing it together visually, by the time he's saying I spent 7 days buried in this coffin, the camera is viewing him buried inside there. Once you're just clicking on the video, you are seeing him that he's buried in there, and he's from there saying the whole thing. That is what we mean by thumbnail and title coming together in the first few seconds. The third thing on my note is shows stakes immediately. MrBeast shows the stake immediately. Something like the price, the danger, scale, time, pressure appears instantly. Showing the stakes immediately, meaning that this $1 million or this private island, or he's gonna be like this Lamborghini, or the danger, he's gonna be like, if you fall from this place, you're gonna die and crash, or you have to do this in few minutes, or in 5 minutes, or in 24 days, or in 24 hours or something. He shows the stakes immediately. Okay, that is one thing that you can actually apply on your hook. Another thing, promises escalation. MrBeast always promises escalation. That is another thing that he uses on his hook. That is another strategy. Viewers knows that things are gonna get crazy. This is MrBeast videos, okay? Things are gonna get complicated. People are gonna fall in love with each other, make friends, but at the end of the day, they're gonna have to fight against each other. They're gonna have to go crazier. But how does MrBeast bring this thing together? He does it like this. He'll be like, I locked 30 celebrities. Last person standing here is gonna walk home with this $1 million here. That is not even the crazy part. The crazy part is that friends are gonna walk against each other and they're gonna become enemies for life because of the things that happen on this video. Because you are a viewer, for that few seconds, you'll be like, wait, what? Friends are gonna walk against each other? Okay, that is not telling you that things are gonna really get crazy. Using that sometimes too will help your video get retention. That is why we are bringing all these things together. And that is why I'm explaining all these things for you, so that you see how big channels apply these things on their own video. Another thing is fast pacing from second one. No slow shots, constant motion and cuts. Those few seconds will just boom, boom, boom. Nothing is slow. You will not see him slowing down or stuff. Everything is fast paced, okay? Because this is the hook. You don't take time on hooks. You don't slow down on hooks. It must be fast paced. That is what MrBeast does. And you can try it out on your video, because you need to get every angle of the visual as he's talking or as you're talking. You need to get every angle so that the people know that, okay, there is a whole lot of value, there is a whole lot of things that they need to expect from the video. Sometimes in his hook, he also explains rules quickly. If you're making challenge videos like MrBeast, you can actually try this out. That is explaining the challenge rules quickly from the hook, so that people will be like, okay, you'll be like, if you cross this red line, you are eliminated. Or he'll be like, if you break this chain, you are eliminated. Bringing the rules immediately, so that when that happens, you'll be like, okay, I want to know who was the first person that touched that red line. Curiosity. Another thing is removes friction. Viewers instantly understands what's happening. In a few seconds, you already know what is going to happen and what is happening or what to expect, okay? And you know that it's going to be crazy. Another thing he does in his hook is creates urgency. Creates urgency. And this is countdown, time limits, or risk appears immediately. So MrBeast always use countdown or time limits. You have 10 seconds to decide who is going to take the shot for your team. If you don't decide, or if you don't walk out of this room immediately in less than 10 seconds, you are going to be crushed by a giant rock. Something like that. As a viewer, you'll be like, wait, what? Crashed? And you'll be like, I actually want to know who crashed. You see? So another thing MrBeast uses is shock or surprise. Something unusual happens right away. You always see that some MrBeast video from the hook, maybe celebrities are fighting for something. He can start the hook with someone just smashing another person to the ground, or someone just smashing the food or the camera on the ground or something. Something that sounds shocking, surprising. And when someone sees, for example, you see Speed smashing Logan Paul on the ground in a MrBeast video, you'll be like, wait, what happened? They are friends, right? What is going on? You might actually want to know what happened. The last thing in our note is makes viewers ask, will they succeed? MrBeast team always find a way to craft hook that at the end of the day will make viewers, in less than 5 seconds after the hook presents itself, you're gonna start having questions in your head. Question will always start popping on your head. That is why they are professionals. And that is why I'm telling you these things right now, so that you can try it out in your own videos. And they do these things by applying every single step that I've explained previously on this video. Okay, if you apply everything that I've explained here, you can be able to create a hook that every single 5 seconds that someone is clicking on your video, they will always have a question. People are always gonna, for example, for MrBeast video, people are always gonna ask, will they succeed? For example, he'll be like, 5 people trapped here, or 5 people trapped on an island in a store or grocery store. You'll be like, last person to leave this grocery store wins $250,000. You'll be like, how is someone gonna stay how many days in a grocery store? He'll be like, another video he was like, if you can lose 100 pounds, you win $500,000. And you as the viewer, you'll be like, wait, did this guy actually lose 100 pounds in this video? Oh, let me see. You sit down and watch. That is one thing you also put in your hook. I hope you can be able to check and use every of these things that I've explained on this video. And these are the things I've discovered studying MrBeast videos, doing a whole lot of research on this video. Like I said, I've been following MrBeast for years now, and I've been studying their videos. I've been able to try to understand some few things. That is why I make those research, I study the videos, and I come here to share with you so that you can improve your own. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I'm Zeno here, and see you on my next video. We are still going to talk about a whole lot of other strategies to help you become a better creator and better content strategist, or better person creating good videos and the best videos out there.